Hi, Barbecue Mike G here to show you how the chimney snake can be used on a 22-inch grill, a 26-inch Weber grill, and a 37-inch ranch grill. But what I found out is that the ranch is so big that you really want to use two of them, one on each side, so you have equal heat on both sides. So I'm going to show you what I've been doing out in the backyard lately with some ribs. All right, here's my ranch style kettle, and there you go. This wasn't today, this wasn't the day I cooked this, but this was another cook I did and showed how I laid out I used a lot of chips on this one. And so I just show you how to put the chips in. And this is me showing the 22-inch, it fits in the 26-inch, and it fits in the 37-inch just by bending it just slightly. And I had a prototype, so I had two of them. So now I'm laying down chunks, because chunks are, a little bit better, I think. And that's one chimney's worth of charcoal for both snakes to cook these ribs. It's only 4 racks of ribs, so it's not like it's a lot of meat, but it's a big space to cook in. So that's why I'm doing 2 snakes. And I put a little landing pad down there so the charcoal can, ignite and start right away. And I'm using the mini chimney because that's how many coals I needed for this cook. Yeah, 37 is pretty massive. I left it wide open to get this fire started a little bit, and for a few minutes, and I put the ribs in. And then those are the chef snacks. It's all the stuff I trimmed off these ribs. These ribs were very rich in chef snacks. There was so much to cut off, it wasn't even funny. But they were $1.99, so I didn't care. All right, the cherry wood makes it look pretty good. I mean, that's a good trick that people taught me. And what I did with these ribs is I'm seasoning them lightly, but I'm seasoning them several times. So it's kind of going to build up all the seasoning instead of just putting it heavy on at once. And I put the seasoning on, I spray it so it'll stick to the ribs. And keep, and the water keeps the ribs moist while you're cooking, and also draws in some of the smoke from the wetness. So that's the method for this cook. I mean, this is one way to do it. The chef snacks only take like 2 or 3 hours to cook, so you can take those off and then start snacking, which is pretty fun. I like it because it tastes like ribs, but you have a lot of little bits of cartilage you have to deal with. Now, to hurry things up, I'm wrapping them with foil, throwing down some brown sugar, and I'm doing the Pepsi method, where you just use brown sugar and Pepsi. Just like a quarter can, whatever, per set of ribs. And you gotta push it down tight because you want that aluminum foil to be really close, so the heat goes right through it. You don't want any airspace in there. And I just poke it to see how tender it is. The temperature doesn't really matter as long as the tenderness is right. So the thermometer is a perfect thing to use for checking that. These are apple beans I made in the Dutch oven while I was doing this. All right, now I did these really sweet because I knew the kids were coming over. My friends rather have them savory without all that sugar, but when the kids are coming, you feed the kids. Now I'm using the snake rig as charcoal baskets because I need to get some indirect heat going a little bit higher to cook some sausages and some other things. Yeah, these are andouille sausages. They're raw, so they need to cook a little bit longer. And they got a bunch of fully cooked stuff that doesn't take that long. Now, see that's my 50-50 method rig that I cut out of a chimney to do some steaks, and also to get the what do you call that? Barbecue sauce to stick to the ribs, because you want a higher heat. Now I could have done a 2-zone here and put the high heat area in there as well, but I wanted to serve the dinner off of this ranch style, so I put the high heat on another grill so I could use this as a serving platter sort of. That's a lot of sauce. Alright, there's that rig again. Now these are a bunch of freezer steaks that I pulled out. These are some top sirloin steaks. We weren't planning on having a party, but we ended up having one. I already seasoned the first side, and I just seasoned the second side when they're on the kettle. Yeah, the ribs turned out pretty good. I mean, for $1.99, that's a pretty good value right there. So I was pretty happy. The beans turned out pretty good. I really liked them. The little top sirloins turned out great. And this is why I didn't put the high heat in the ranch, because I want to put the cutting board down and just slice everything and then knock it off the cutting board right onto the kettle, and that's what I serve it off of. So it's kind of fun to eat right off the grill. You know, people say, oh, it's hot off the grill, but when you're grabbing it off the grill, I think that makes it even more fun. You know, the kids like it. You know, yeah, there's little Kellen, he's having some ribs. And then the steak, I was serving steak off the side and decided to put it in there to keep it warm. So that's what we ended up with. Thanks for watching my video on how to use charcoal chimney snakes to smoke ribs on a 37-inch Weber ranch. And I also use them as charcoal baskets later on in the cook. So you can use these things for more than just smoking meats. And if you want one of these chimney snakes of your own, you got to make it. And I show you how to make it out of a chimney in my other videos. So go please check out those videos if you would like to make yourself a charcoal chimney snake. And thanks for watching.